Ms. Martin is more than an amazing teacher, but a great role model and friend to all of her students. If there's anything that you need advice on or support for, Ms. Martin is the perfect person to go to. She's been more than just one of my favorite teachers, but one of my best friends for the past 2 years, and I don't think there's anyone who deserves this award more than Ms. Martin.
Mr. Bowers is the best engineering teacher anyone could ask for. He teaches a variety of subjects, including the engineering design process and aerospace engineering, with a frightening amount of knowledge. Additionally, he runs the engineering club, which helps aspiring engineers like myself grow and test our skills in the real world.
Coach Carraway is an immaculate teacher. It's one thing to teach content, it's a whole other thing to teach life. And that's what he does for these kids. He bridges the gap between adult and student and really drives home that lesson that every parent is trying to teach at home. As far as support staff goes, he does anything he needs to, from driving a bus to walking around the halls and knowing every kid's name or helping at lunch duty. He is the people's champ. There's one thing for sure, Coach Carraway is my teacher of the year.
I think Ms. Banat should be Teacher of the Year because she's such a loving and warm teacher and is always there for her students. I specifically remember one day where I was having just the worst, horrible day ever, and she sat there helping me throughout the day, helping me with her work, and just being so understanding. And I hope she knows that that made such a huge difference in my life.
Ms. Martin is very open-hearted and caring for all of her students. I want to thank her for all she's done for me and everyone else. She is very deserving for this reward.
Tommy Bowers is an amazing teacher. I don't know that personally because I've not been in his class, but from all accounts, on the outwards looking in, he's very compassionate about what he teaches. He's multi-talented. If you don't know anything about Tommy, he's a very accomplished pilot, and he has lots of fun stories about his days when he was piloting. He's very helpful. He's very sincere, and he will help anybody, including us teachers, all the time without being asked, and he's just a great person all around. In the summers, sometimes I bring my son, my youngest son, Sawyer, with me. He likes to come to school. I don't know why, but he does. And there was one time that Tommy was doing a drone kind of class for us teachers, and he took Sawyer under his wing and kind of showed him, and then and was surprised that Sawyer was able to show him some things as well with the drones, and he just treated him with respect and like a person should be treated. I really think Tommy would be a great choice as Teacher of the Year.
I think Coach Carraway should be a Teacher of the Year because he genuinely cares about his students and he brings a positive attitude to this entire community. Personally, in 7th grade, he was my football coach, and as much as I didn't really enjoy football, he helped me persevere throughout the season, and I finished off strong.
I believe that Miss Banat should be Teacher of the Year because I remember when I was in her class, it was always fun and I was always looking forward to it, and just every day it was a new experience and a good time to learn.
Miss Martin, Teacher of the Year nominee, well, let me see. So there was one day that she came into my class. Now, I want to preface this with, kids really don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And this is an example of how Miss Martin did that, not only in her class, but in my classroom. So we're doing the lab one day, and we've got this cabbage, and the cabbage is cooked. There's all this, doing the pH testing, and all this purple cabbage juice smelt great. And she comes in there, and she starts doing it with them, since she hadn't done it before. And so she's willing to share not only your time and energies, but when she has other things like she comes up with that's a good lab, she'll share those with me as well. And she just loves those kids to death, and that's what they like, and that's what's good for them.
Okay. I think he deserves to be Teacher of the Year because he's helped me in my future career, which is engineering, and has showed us like so many different things, like, and teached us components of airplanes and how it works, and he's just like a good role model, I guess, in my career path, and he helps all the time with any questions we have, and is always there if we need them, and is always teaching us, like, or giving us new opportunities and helping us better our craft and what we're supposed to do.
I feel like Carraway deserves the teacher award because not only does he care about sports and making sure his team does well, but he also sets kids on the routes for college of what they really want to do. He made me figure out that I want to be on the psychology route and put that as my endorsement for high school. And I'm on that way for college.
I believe that Ms. Banat should be Teacher of the Year because she is the most dedicated, passionate teacher that I've ever met. She is the teacher that students can go to if they need words of encouragement, if they need a hug. She pushes them to their full potential, and students always leave Ms. Banat's classroom better and braver than they went in. I am very grateful to have Ms. Banat on the English team, but more importantly, I feel very grateful to call her a personal friend.